We're Jess and Debbie Rush from Elliott, Iowa. We're 5 miles north of Elliott. We milk 70 milk cows. It's a family thing. His dad and grandpa farmed, and I'll let him talk about that.
Yeah, I've lived here all my life, and Dad, he retired when he was about 70 years old, and then me and wife took over, and we're milking Holsteins and milking Shorthorns, and we raise our own calves, and our bull calves, we raise them and sell them in the fall, whatever we got, then we sell them. And we usually end up with maybe 20 heifers a year that we breed, and we bring them to Angus, and then boy, he keeps them, and he's starting an Angus herd. Hoping someday he'll come back and take over the milking, but he's talking about it. Then we can go in there and show you where we milk. We milk 5 at a time, but we'll go in and show you that.
Now we're in the milking parlor, and this is what we do. We start milking at 3, or we get up at 3:30, start at 5. The cows come in. We wash their teats off with Clorox and water, put the milkers on them, and it takes about 3 minutes, and then when they're done, we put iodine on their teats, let them out, and go to the next cow until we're done with all 70 cows. And it takes, mornings is about 3 hours milking, and nights probably 2 hours, and then you have an hour of cleanup in the morning after we get done with everything. We start about 3:45 at night, and I'm done by 6:30 with everything. So
Yeah, we grain our cows in here while we're milking, so they'll automatically come in. They've got little feeders, they come in and eat. And out of 70, they'll eat probably 100 bushel every 5 days. So I have to grind a batch of feed, corn. Then a lot of times when they get done milking, they don't even want to go out. They want to keep on eating, but we got to kind of poke them a little bit so they'll go. But what's nice, we don't have to run them in. They come in on their own, and then they'll come in order each time. Then we got 2 different sides. They got their own side. They'll come on, and usually it's always the first cow in every time, and last one every time too. And they got about the same stall they'll go into. Now these are the milkers here. They've got air that just stick right on, and then we got automatic takeoffs and here. And then they got sensors over there. When the milk quits coming through, it'll automatically take them off so they don't get over milked. And then we got our weigh jars that tells us how much milk they're given. And then when we first milk the heifers, it usually takes about 2 or 3 days till they get used to it, get kicked once in a while. But
DFA is who we sell our milk to, and they pick it up every other day. We have a semi that pulls in, and then they take it up to Sheldon, where I think it mainly goes to like butter and that type of stuff, not milk. Yeah, we grow all of our feed. We have about 600 acres of corn and beans, and probably 50 acres of alfalfa that we put up every year. So we have everything here, and we don't have to buy anything for them. So.
Yeah, right now in summertime, feed them silage and hay. I'm feeding them 3,000 pounds a day. Where they got the grass, they don't eat as much. They cut way back. Wintertime is about 7,000 pounds. I'll feed them in the morning, and that'll last until next morning. Now I just feed them at night, whatever. About 3,000 pounds, that's all they'll eat. They'd rather eat the green grass. And they do a lot better on the green grass. Milk production really goes up when they get on that. So I have good luck on that. They stay cleaner. And I don't have no foot problems. That works good where they're out in the pasture. And I know prices are getting a little better. They was the last couple of years, it's about $14 a hundredweight. Here this last month, it's jumped up to $16, so it's getting a little better. But it's like I say, a lot of people's got to buy their own hay and stuff, and that makes it rough. But we're lucky there. But they say it's supposed to stay around $16, but I don't think it's going to go much higher. But I got one year, got up to 27, and that was really something. But yeah, I didn't stay too long, but I doubt I'll ever see that again. But I think they're just getting bigger dairies, big dairy farms where they're milking 3,000 cows, and they're just kind of cutting the little guys out. But we got a younger boy. He's thinking about coming back and helping us milk. He's worked for a farmer over by Anita, and that's why he's raising these Angus cows. And he's thinking about buying an 80 off of me in the house, and then he'd come and help us milk, and that'll sure help. But we like going down to Branson maybe 3 or 4 times a year. We just need somebody to come milk the cows so we can go. Maybe somebody sees this, you can give me a call. You come milk the cow. Now we can go and show you the milk tank where the milk goes.
Welcome to the milk tank room. This is where the milk is piped in through this pipe and goes in the tank every time we drain one of the bulls out there. And we have a 1,000-gallon tank. And the milkman was just here today, so the tank is empty. And he'll be back, not tomorrow, but the next day. We keep the milk at 37 degrees at all times. Finally, the last thing is the cows are locked up in the holding pen here until it's their time to come into the barn. When we open up the doors, they'll come in, and then we milk them, and we get done there. They come down and go into this other building where we feed them in there, and that's where they sleep in the wintertime.
We'll lock them in when it gets snow.
In the wintertime, we lock them in the shed so the snow doesn't come in and their teats don't get frozen off. Oh, here's the shed that when they're done milking that they go into to eat their silage and hay.
50 stalls.
And there's 50 stalls on the side. Baby calves, when we have calves, we start them off, we take them off their mother right when they're born. We bring them in and I bottle feed them for 3 days, and then after 3 days I get them to drink out of a bucket. This way I don't have to bottle feed 10 calves at a time. It's easier with a bucket. Mm-hmm. And I guess thanks for supporting the dairy industry, and this is how dairy in Southwest Iowa is what we do.